Om Shanti. Good morning, Diamond Morning. Baba's Murli today is the 14th of June 2022. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, in order to claim the full reward of 21 births, sacrifice yourselves fully to the Father, not by half measure. To sacrifice oneself means to belong to the Father. First question. In order to understand which deep aspect, do you need an unlimited intellect? Answer. This is a predestined, unlimited drama. Whatever passed was in the drama. This drama is now coming to an end. We will return home, and then our paths will begin afresh once again. An unlimited intellect is needed to understand this deep aspect. Only the unlimited Father gives this knowledge of the unlimited creation. Second question. What it is that makes people cry out in distress, whereas it makes you children happy? Answer. Ignorant people cry out in even a little bit of sickness, whereas you children become happy because you understand it is an old karmic account being settled. And the song of Baba's Murli. You spend the night in sleeping and the day in eating. Om Shanti. In fact, it is not necessary to say Om Shanti, but something or the other has to be said to you children. An introduction has to be given. These days there are many people who keep chanting Om Shanti, Om Shanti, but they don't understand the meaning of it. Om Shanti, the original religion of myself, the soul, is peace. This is all right. But then they also say Om Shiva, I the soul am Shiva. That is wrong. In fact, there is no need for those songs. There are many things in the world today that please the ears. There is no benefit in any of the things that please the ears. It is only now that you develop a taste for just one thing in your mind. The Father personally sits in front of you, children, and explains, you have done a great deal of devotion, and the night of devotion is now coming to an end, and the dawn is coming. A lot of importance is given to the dawn. You should remember the Father at the time of dawn. People do a lot of devotion at the time of dawn. They also turn the beads of the rosary. This system of the path of devotion has continued. The Father says, children, display of devotion. Baba says, children, display of coming to an end, and the cycle will now repeat. So Baba is saying to the children, children, display is coming to an end, and the cycle will now repeat. There will be no need for devotion there. Those people say one meets God after having performed devotion. Everyone remembers God when they experience sorrow. When people have any difficulty or illness, they remember God. Only devotees remember God. There is no devotion in the golden and silver ages. Otherwise, that too would become a cult of devotion. First, there is devotion, then knowledge, and then disinterest. After devotion, it is the day once again. The new world is called the day. The words devotion, knowledge, and disinterest are accurate. Disinterest in what? Disinterest in the old world, and old relations, etc. People desire to go to Baba, to the land of liberation. After performing devotion, they will definitely meet God. Only the devotees will meet God the Father. It is God's task to give salvation to the devotees. You do not need to do anything other than simply to recognize the Father. The Father is the seed of the human world tree. It is called an inverted tree. It is very easy to understand how the tree emerges from the seed. You now understand how studying those scriptures, such as the Vedas, the scriptures, the Granth, etc., and doing penance, antapasya, etc., belong to the path of devotion. It is not the true path to meet God. Only God shows the true path to liberation and liberation in life. You understand that the drama is about to be completed. Whatever has passed was in the drama. A broad, unlimited intellect is needed to understand this. Only the unlimited master gives the unlimited knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the entire world. He is called the Creator, the God of knowledge, in brackets, Ganeshwar. Ganeshwar means God who has knowledge. This is called spiritual knowledge, godly, God-fatherly knowledge. This is called spiritual knowledge, God-fatherly knowledge. You have become God-fatherly students. Definitely God speaks. I teach you Raja Yoga. Therefore, God is also the teacher. You are students as well as children. Children receive the inheritance from the grandfather. This is a very easy matter. If a child is not worthy, his father throws him out. Those who are good helpers in business, etc., receive their share as well. You children also have a right to the property of the grandfather. He is incorporeal. You children understand, you are claiming your inheritance from your grandfather. He is the one who establishes heaven. He is knowledgeful. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar are not called the purifier. They are deities. They are not known as bestowers of salvation. There is only the one who does that, and everyone remembers that one. Because people do not know the Father, they say that God is in everyone. If people have a vision, they think it was Hanuman who gave them the vision. They say that God is omnipresent. If you have faith in anything, you receive a vision. However, here it is a question of studying. The Father says, I come and teach you children. You can see how he teaches. He teaches in an ordinary way, just as other teachers teach. A barrister will make someone a barrister like himself. You understand who made Bharat into heaven and where the deities of the Sun dynasty who lived in Bharat came from. People do not know this at all. It is now the confluence. You are standing at the confluence. No one else is at the confluence. The meeting of the confluence is so beautiful. You children have to come to meet your Father. This meeting is very beneficial. There is no attainment through the other Kumbh Melas, etc. The conference is said to be the true meeting of Kumbh. It is said that souls and the Supreme Soul were separated for a long time, and that afterwards a beautiful meeting took place. This time is very beautiful. The time of the conference is so beneficial because it is only at this time that there is benefit for everyone. The Father comes and teaches everyone. He is incorporeal, a star, but oval-shaped image. But an oval-shaped image has been kept in order to explain. They will not understand anything simply with a point. You can explain that each soul is a star, and the Father is also a star. As is a soul, so the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. There is no difference. You souls are number-wise. There is so much knowledge in the intellects of some, whereas there is just a little knowledge in the intellects of others. You now understand how we souls experience 84 births. Each one has to suffer for his own karmic accounts. When a person becomes ill, it means he is settling his own accounts. Do not have the thought, we are godly children, so why are we suffering? The Father has explained that these are the sins of innumerable births. Although someone may be a Kumari, and a Kumari would not have committed any sin now, the karmic accounts of innumerable births have to be settled. Baba has explained that if you do not tell about the sins committed during this birth, they continue to increase. If you tell Baba about them, they do not increase. Bharat was the most pure. Bharat is now the most impure. So they also need to make a lot of effort. Those who do a lot of service understand they will claim a high status. If any karmic accounts still remain, there will have to be suffering. This suffering can be settled in happiness. If something happens to ignorant people, they start crying out. Here, you settle it in happiness. We were pure and we later became most impure. We have received these costumes to play our parts. It is now in your intellects that you have become most impure. You have to make a great deal of effort. You should not be surprised at someone else's sickness. Just look how Krishna's name is remembered as the ugly and beautiful one. Yet those who created the pictures do not understand. Sometimes they show Radhe as fair and Krishna as dark blue. They understand that Radhe is a Kumari, and so they give her respect. They wonder how she could be ugly. You understand all of these things. Those who belonged to the deity religion now consider themselves to be, what do they consider themselves to be? Those who belong to the deity religion? To be Hindus. You uplift your clan on the basis of Shrimad. You have to purify the entire clan. You have to salvage them and uplift them. So you are the Salvation Army. The Father alone takes you away from degradation into salvation. He is the one who is praised as the creator, the director, and also the principal actor. Now, how is he an actor? The purifier Father comes into an impure world and makes everyone pure, so he is the main actor. Is he not? Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar are not called Karavanhar. You can now say from experience that Baba, who is called Karavanhar, is playing his part at this time. He would play his part at the conference age. No one knows him. People start to fall after they become 16 celestial degrees. Gradually, the degrees decrease. The degrees decrease a little in every birth. We have to take 8 births in the golden age. According to the drama, the degrees decrease in every birth. It is now the time to ascend. When we have climbed up fully, we will gradually descend again. You children know that the kingdom is now being established. All varieties are needed in a kingdom. Those who follow Srimad well claim a high status, but even they need to ask for advice. Only when you give your full account to Baba can Baba then advise you. Do not think that Baba knows everything. He knows the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world, but he would not sit and know what is in each one's heart. He is knowledgeable. Baba says, I know the beginning, the middle, and the end, and this is why I am able to tell you. And what is he able to tell us? This is how you fall, and then this is how you ascend. This is in the part of Bharat. Everyone performs devotion. Those who perform the maximum devotion should receive salvation first. They were worthy of worship and they took 84 births. They are the ones who performed devotion number-wise. You may have led a good life now, but there are still the sins of previous births. Only with the power of remembrance can they be cut away, that is the sins. Remembrance is difficult. Baba says to you, what he says to you, if you sit in remembrance, your bodies become free from disease. You receive the inheritance of peace, happiness, and purity from Baba. Simply by having remembrance, you also receive a body free from disease, as well as a long lifespan. Through knowledge, you become Trikaldarshi, that is the knower of the 3 aspects of time. No one understands the meaning of being Trikaldarshi. There are many people with occult powers. Even while sitting here, they see the Parliament of London. However, there is no benefit in having such occult powers. Some also receive visions, not with their physical eyes, but in a divine vision. At this time, everyone is ugly or impure. You sacrifice yourselves, that is, you belong to the Father. Baba too sacrificed himself completely, referring to Brahma Baba. Those who sacrifice themselves by half measure only receive half. Baba sacrificed himself. He sacrificed everything he had. All those who sacrifice themselves receive attainment for 21 births. This is not a question of suicide. Someone who commits suicide is known as a great sinner. If a soul kills his own body, it is not good. A person might cut the throat of someone else, but this means to cut your own throat. This is why someone who commits suicide is known as a great sinner. The Father explains everything so clearly to the sweetest children. You understand that I come cycle after cycle at the conference age to this Kumbh Mela. This is the same mother and father. Children say, Baba, you are our everything. Baba also says, the children says to Baba, If children say to Baba, Baba, you are our everything, what will Baba say? Baba also says, oh children, you souls belong to me. You children know that Shiv Baba has come as he did a cycle ago. He is decorating those who have taken the full 84 births. You souls understand that Baba is knowledgeable and the purifier. He is now giving us total knowledge. He alone is the ocean of knowledge. He alone is the ocean of knowledge. Here, there is nothing of the scriptures. Here, you have to forget everything, including your own bodies, and consider yourselves to be souls. Since you belong to the One Father, you must forget everything else. You must break your intellect's yoga away from all others and connect them to the One. It is also sung, we will only connect ourselves to you. Baba, we will sacrifice ourselves completely. The Father says, I too sacrifice myself to you. Just imagine Baba is saying, he himself, God, sacrificed himself to us, the children. Sweet children, I make you into the masters of the kingdom of the world, of the whole world. Children, I make you, he says, sweet children, I make you into the masters of the kingdom of the whole world. I am altruistic, selfless. People might say that they're doing selfless service, but they still receive the fruit of it. The Father does altruistic service. Only you understand this. When souls say they do altruistic service, where did they learn that from? You know that only Baba does altruistic service. He only comes at the confluence of the cycles, and he's now personally sitting in front of you. The Father himself says, I am incorporeal. How can I give you this inheritance? How can I tell you the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world? There isn't any question of inspiration in this. People celebrate the birth of Shiva. So I do come. I come into Bharat. He tells us the praise of Bharat. Bharat was very great and completely pure. It is now once again becoming that. The Father has so much love for you children. Acha, okay, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana, points to practice for today. The first point, bring benefit to your clan on the basis of Srimad. Make your entire clan pure. Give your true account to the Father. Second point, with the power of remembrance, make your body free from disease. Sacrifice yourself completely to the Father. Break your intellect's yoga away from all others and connect it to the One. Baba's blessing for today. May you do service as an instrument with the awareness of one Father and none other, and you will become free from attachment. Baba very beautifully explained this blessing. It says, the mind and intellect are the children who maintain the awareness of belonging to the one Father and none other easily become concentrated. They do service as instruments, and so they do not have any attachment to it, that is to the service. The sign of attachment is that your intellect goes to whatever you have attachment to, and your mind would run there too. Therefore, hand over all your responsibilities to the Father and look after everything as a trustee and an instrument, and you will become free from attachment. And the slogan for today: obstacles make souls strong. Therefore, do not be afraid of obstacles. Om Shanti. Do have a powerful day in Baba's remembrance.